All right. You know what? Let's do a case study of why I hate riddles, and I'll give you an example of one of the riddles from one of the most famous riddles. What walks on 4 legs at the beginning of its life, 2 legs in the middle of its life, and 3 legs at the end of its life?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Yeah.
A human.
Yeah.
Because when you're old, you use a cane. Not everybody does! Not everybody uses a cane. Even if you want to take in the poetic subjective tone that a cane is a 3rd leg, not everybody uses a cane.
You could even say 6 legs. Because of those walkers.
Yeah, there you go. What walks? Yeah, I'm gonna, from now on.
Or 2 wheels, or 4 wheels.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too. From now on, I'm gonna tell that riddle like that. I'm gonna say, and 6 legs at the end of its life. And then when the person's like, I don't know, I know the riddle that about the 3 legs. I don't know what this one is. I don't know, like maybe a centipede. I don't know. And then I'll be like, a human, idiot. You don't know riddles, you fuck.
Wow, dude.
Fuck you guys.
You're having a harsh time.
But anyways, so that I just wanted to get that across why I've always had a problem with riddles.
Because of that fucking riddle.
Because no, not that every riddle's like that though. It takes the.
I don't think every riddle's like that. Some riddles are like that. You can't paint all riddles with the same brush.
It takes liberties with people's logic.
Yeah.
I hate magic because I can't figure it out.
Don't you like the Riddler? Jim Carrey as the Riddler?
I love the Riddler. You know what? You know why I love the Riddler and Batman, old Batman? Is because they made fun of riddles.
Yeah.
They made fun of how shitty riddles can be.
Yeah.
That, like, the whole thing was
Batman's
a parody.
logic was amazing.
Yeah. And the worst part is riddles that, like, you can spend forever on, and then you come up with an answer that you're like, oh my god, I solved it. You came up with the answer, then you go and you see the answer, and it's something completely different, and you're like, great, a riddle that has multiple interpretive, answers, and your answer was different from what I came up with, even though both could be technically true, because you were vague enough about your shitty-ass riddle.
Oh, boy.
Damn, dude.
I didn't realize that I hated them so much until this.
I think
it's
maybe
opened an old wound.
A riddle raped your mom when you were a kid.
I think that I am the bastard child
Pretty sure that's
of a
what
riddle.
happened.
Goddamn riddles. Riddle rage. Anyways, so as you can see, I'm not just hating on your guys' favorite game for no reason. I fucking hate riddles. All right. So I guess we're done in the bowling or the strip club just to get to this part of town. Let me see where it brought us.
Was that all the strip club was for? Strip club was a bit of a tease.
Yeah, didn't she say we could go through here?
Those riddles took my germ. I need some Ritalin pills to get over it. Now you guys are getting somewhere. Sorry, we'll get through this. Okay, because for as much as I hate riddles, I fucking love puns. So if there was, it's weird, because in a way, a pun is just a really, the answer to a riddle without giving you the riddle.
Yeah.
It's like a reverse riddle.
Yeah, you hate Mind Trap, right?
Oh yeah, especially since Mind Trap.
I love Mind Trap.
Well, that's the thing though.
Wait, which one's Mind Trap?
With the pegs. So one person.
No.
Oh wait, no. I love that one.
Mastermind.
Mastermind. Do you like Mastermind?
Yeah.
Which one's Mind Trap?
Okay. We're in the hospital.
Yeah, which one's Mind Trap now?
Oh, this is a special place. I feel as though we should maybe even end here today. Like leave the hospital for the beginning of the next episode.
Oh.
Is there a save near here? There should be, right?
Someone better tell me what Mind Trap is.
Oh, Mind Trap it's like a game with brain teasers. They're not necessarily riddles. So like sometimes it'll be
brain teasers?
You know, Agent what's-his-face shows up to the crime scene and
whatever is
there's a murder and
doctor,
and it just includes, it's like a story with a bunch of details, and some of them are just to throw you off, and then there's like a clue, and it's like, how did he know that the janitor did it, and you're like, because the hood was still warm on the car. And like that's the type of things that it would be. And some of them were really good, and I really loved the ones that like were well crafted and actually had a proper answer.
Right.
Some of them were just insanely contrived. Like you have to make like sort of suppose a detail that wasn't given to you was true, and it's not fair because you have to just make like
that door right there.
Right.
That door?
Yeah. I don't know that I've ever played that.
When it was good, it was good. When it was shitty. Really shitty.
Oh, there you go.
It seems to be about the patients hospitalized here. Even worse than Mind Trap is the 5-minute mysteries in Reader's Digest.
Oh, dude.
They are so horrible. The answers are never they're so dumb. You got to read some of them. I'll like, next time I get a really good example one, I'll give it to you, and I'll force you to read the whole thing so you really feel like your time was wasted when you read the answer, so you get angry as I do when you read the answer.
I don't think anyone does. You have a special kind of anger.
Yeah. How often do I get angry?
We shouldn't read this. Yeah.
How often what?
Do I get angry?
Not often. And the thing is, it's when I'm on the toilet too, so it's even worse. I'm just like,
I could have read something good.
I don't need this right now. Get me all backed up.
Yeah.
If we did have Mind Trap, that would be exactly the type of game that my sister would read and memorize, and then ask me to play with her.
And then, like,
have all the
blow
answers.
you away and just make you feel like she was really smart.
And she was already a genius, so why? Why? Why would you do that?
Do you like puzzles? Puzzle games?
Yeah.
Sometimes, like
I can see you liking puzzles because there's only really one answer.
When there's one fucking
logical
answer and it's not subjective and it's not ambiguous, I like puzzles. When it's something that is like black and white kind of. Doesn't need to be that doesn't mean that it needs to be a simple puzzle. It's just mean when it gets to the end, it needs to be no other answer.
Yeah.
And that's my main problem with riddles. It's like, if you spent enough time, like, I go so far as to say, give me any riddle, and I will find a way to give you another correct answer that isn't the proposed answer.
You could be pretty subjective, though.
How about this? What, like, how about the one that I just gave an example of? What starts life on 4 legs? The rest of the middle of its life, it's on 2, and the end of its life, it's on 3. A dog
that gets 2 legs cut off and then gets one.
Give it back to it. Yeah, why not? What I was going to say was a dog that whose master uses it as a wheelbarrow all the time. Like, does the wheelbarrow dog trick for most of its life. And then it loses.
My dog
loses a leg in an accident, and people feel so sorry for it they stop doing the wheelbarrow to it. But it only has 3 legs at the end of its life. That's my riddle. What, you guys didn't get it? Like, that's my problem with riddles. I think that sums up my rant. But I actually kind of want to do that now.
To a dog?
No. I want a riddle. I want any random riddle and see if I can take it apart and give a logical answer that isn't the intended one. I think I could probably do it to any riddle.
Fraser does wheelbarrow on Hugo.
I used to know a few good riddles. I should try and think of them for you now.
I do wheelbarrows to Hugo.
Do.
The Hobbit has a ton of riddles in the interactions between between Smeagol and Bilbo in the cave. It's like a full 2 or 3 chapters of riddles. And from what I can remember, like, I mean, I'll even, it's Tolkien, but I don't think those riddles were very good either. I think they were really annoying.
Well, it is Smeagol.
Yeah. It was just it was some weird stuff. Like, and I remember, I think that was a part of where my anger came from too, because I read that book and loved all of it except those scenes where I like spent entire nights sitting there trying to figure it out before I turned the page.
Yeah.
And then turned the page and read it, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
So.
They're all throwing up riddles now.
There are 3 words in the English language that end with "gree." What is the third word? One is hungry, and one is what?
Angry.
And angry. Hungry, angry.
Gree. Is it Gree?
No, it's a riddle, so it's going to be a weird. Ends with GRY.
Geography. Gree.
Ends with ends with GRY. It's going to be like. Fuck it. What is the answer? No, I want to know. I want to know now, Neko. This is the end of the show. We're just summing it up with.
Yeah. Riddle talk.
Riddle talk. What's the answer? I feel like I've heard that one before.
I've totally heard this one before. I've heard like
I know the
fucking
answer
riddles
isn't
because my dad would do them like crazy.
the answer isn't an actual word. It's gonna be like it's a weird. Angry. GRY is
Sugary.
language ends with. I don't get it. Language ends with gree. There are 3 words. The English language. The English language. Say the riddle. Post the riddle again, and it'll make sense. There are 3 words in the English language that end with gree. Hungry, angry, and are 2 of them. What is the 3rd word in the English language? What is that? You're supposed to ignore every other part of it. And what is the 3rd word in the English language?
Right.
When it's typed out, does it actually quote the English language? Like, does it put a does it sneak a colon in before the English language? I would accept that riddle more if it put a colon than said the English language, because you could miss the colon and rack your brain and then notice the colon and then be like, oh my god.
That's interesting.
What?
It is all about misdirection. But I hate magic.
Yeah, you do.
Do you like
Sleight
magic?
of hand.
A man with a sword in a room, the king of priests, the rich man, the man with the kill the other who has the power.
I used to know that one too.
Yeah, I used to know that.
Do you like magic?
I used to love magic.
Yeah, I don't mind it. Because
you
I don't
don't,
need
like,
to know the
hate
answer.
it?
I don't mind it when I don't know the... I'm annoyed
And if
by...
someone's good, and I like being tricked. I think
Yeah.
it's cool how they do it.
I like the subtle,
No.
the simple, the more
Yeah.
simple magic, because the more elaborate ones that you see on stage, and especially on TV, it's just like,
Yeah, it's just
Have
he
you ever
used an
seen...
angle, he used a weird
Yeah.
camera.
I've
Whatever, I don't
asked
care.
you this so many
anything
times.
sleight of hand is cool.
But have you seen my brother-in-law do the arm twist one?
Yeah.
It's bizarre,
It's
isn't
not-
it?
I don't think so.
Have you seen him do it? He does it with his, like...
Some
t-shirt
people are
on?
double jointed and they can do it better
He's
than
not
others.
double jointed. He's like fucking always doing magic.
4 men on a lake, the boat turns over and all die, but none of them got wet. Can you explain why?
They all had heart attacks immediately.
But the boat turned over.
Fish pushed it over.
After. See, in Ben's world, riddles don't bother him. Because he's happy, like, he won't even look at the answer. He'll be like, I solved it, and he'll walk away. Yeah, from now on, I'm going to solve riddles by saying magic. I don't know, magic.
Oh, God.
Prince Arutha's men are surrounded, his horses are flanked, and his walls doomed. Face such despair, what did Prince Arutha do? I don't care. He committed suicide. That doesn't matter.
could
That
have a
does
lot of
not
answers.
beg for an answer. That does not require an
Yeah.
answer. Room is built around you and the mirror. There.
There's a mirror and a table. How do you escape?
Jump in the mirror, I guess. We
Break
don't
the
know any
mirror.
enough details about the room.
And stab yourself in the neck with it.
John was found dead, naked in the kitchen with food on his belly and an iron bar on his back. He killed himself. How? He fell on the bar.
An iron bar on his back?
Food on his
And
belly.
food on his belly? How does that make sense?
Air.
Air, yeah. I fucking care. Oh, are you guys expecting me to poke holes in these riddles? Like, I would, like, you need time.
Yeah.
Also, I need the answer so that I can come up with another answer that isn't that one. Because I could be working towards the proper answer and I wouldn't know. These bottles...
John was a rat.
What?
Right.
What was it? Rat?
John was a rat.
Who was a rat? Why? What are you talking about?
The answer to one of the riddles.
He laid down on the iron bar, put food on his stomach, and then shot himself. That's the other thing. We don't know how many details were left out.
Yeah.
And that's some of the worst offenders of riddles is when they give you a detail in the answer that they didn't give you in the question. That is just like, it's just that what is a head, tail's brown and has no legs? Wait, what was that? I like ones like that because they're easier to like start and end. He says, what has a head, a tail, is brown and has no legs? A worm.
A piece of poo that you put a face on.
An accountant don't change light bulbs and plumbers don't wear ties. What the fuck is going on? How did John get out? With a ladder.
Fuck you guys.
Ben, please write a riddle book.
Can a California man marry his widow's sister? No, because he's dead. Mm-hmm. 3 bottles are on the ledge. One is half full. The other one is... Oh, so many fucking...
Yeah.
Fraser, read Gremlin's pun riddle. How do you escape from a room with no windows and doors and only 3 matches?
Set yourself on fire.
How do you escape a room with no windows, no doors, and only 3 matches? And only 3 matches. You burn it down? You burn down the room? But you don't know that the room is burnable. Who knows what the room is made of? I don't know that the room is wood. I need more details.
Is it seriously 3 strikes and you're out?
Okay.
That's kind of clever.
That's funny because it kind of works hand in hand with puns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can go with... That's because... I like that because it goes against... It kind of flies in the face of logic. It's absurd. Absurdist riddles, it's going to be hard to make me hate because I'm such an absurdist fan. I'm full of holes yet full of water. What am I? A sponge. What has 4 wheels and flies? A garbage truck?
Yeah.
If a rooster lays an egg on top of a triangular roof, which way does the egg roll? Roosters don't lay eggs. You guys are doing all the classics.
But if it did, it said if a rooster.
Yeah.
True.
How do we know it's not like a hermaphrodite or something?
Yeah. Freaking nature.
That riddle is
because he's living.
Prejudice or something.
Why can't a man living in the United States be buried in Canada?
Yeah, you don't bury living people.
What question can you never answer?
What travels around the world
One that's never asked.
The one that's never... Yeah, there you go. What travels around the world but never leaves the corner? I don't get that. It's going to be weird. Like, the corner is your butt. Fraser and pun riddle, same room with no windows and doors. Only a saw and table. How do you get out? You...
Make a ladder out of the table.
It's assumed that the room has a roof.
Didn't say it, did it?
Yeah, it didn't. You're right. See, that's, I guess, the problem with riddles. Saw another table. Table saw. Tables. Saw the table. You cut the... What's the answer to that one? How do you get out of the room? A room isn't a room without a roof? I wonder if that's true. Cut a hole in the table and go out of the hole? Fuck. How many times can the same mouse look at a door? Fuck. A man walks to the bar and asks the bartender for water. The bartender points a gun at him and the man...
I think I used to know that one too.
Thanks the bartender and leave. Why did he thank the bartender?
Oh, because he had hiccups.
Right.
that's a riddle that's a bad riddle because it's a cultural riddle.
Yeah.
How do we know that in other countries they have the old wives' tale that drinking water upside down and being scared is going to get rid of your hiccups? It might be okay for an American to tell an American, but it might not be an old wives' tale in the UK.
We don't have this here, that's for sure.
I just think that riddles that depend on, and that's the thing with 3 strikes you're out. It depends on cultural knowledge, making it a bad riddle, in my opinion. Riddles should be able to be solved by anybody who has a working knowledge of the world around
again?
them,
I'm a father's
not a
child.
cultural knowledge of the other countries, in my opinion.
I'm a father's child and I'm a mother's child, but I'm
know that one
nobody's
too.
son. Yeah.
They just gave the answer to that. I'm someone's daughter. That's what the answer is. That's a similar. That's like the granddaddy or maybe the child of the old doctor riddle.
Yeah,
I can't operate on this
I used to know that
His
one.
wife.
because it's my son or whatever.
Yeah.
So, I think that about wraps up the show.
Riddles everywhere.
Thanks for watching, everybody. When we come, I think this game is like 9 hours long, so it looks like we're looking at a 3-episode thing. Probably, yeah. Silent Hill will continue another time, and I think tomorrow maybe Assassin's Creed 2. Oh! Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye.